Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. Let's get into this article that I was reading on Market Watch. It was written by Nicole and Pesce. It's about Nickelodeon and their George Floyd tribute. It reads, "Some parents are slamming Nickelodeon's George Floyd tribute for scaring children." Several ViacomCBS networks went dark for a symbolic 8 minutes and 46 seconds on Monday night. These almost 9 minutes of near silence speak volumes. 8 ViacomCBS networks went off the air for 8 minutes and 46 seconds on Monday night in a tribute to George Floyd, the black man who was pronounced dead soon after white Minneapolis officer Derek Chauvin knelt on his neck for that long, and whose death has sparked civil unrest around the world over the past week. Most of the channels, including BET, MTV, VH1, Comedy Central, and CBS Sports, aired the words "I Can't Breathe" on a dark background, along with the sound of someone breathing, while a clock counted down the 8 minutes and 46 seconds that Chauvin kept his knee pressed against Floyd's neck while the man was lying face down in the street. Nickelodeon took a more kid-friendly approach to the social justice campaign, using an orange background, the network's signature shade, with the message, "Nickelodeon is going off the air for 8 minutes and 46 seconds in support of justice, equality, and human rights." The message, airing at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, also scrolled the Nickelodeon Declaration of Kids' Rights on repeat, which the network created in June of 1990. It reads, "You have the right to be seen, heard, and respected as a citizen of the world. You have the right to a world that is peaceful. You have the right to be treated with equality regardless of the color of your skin. You have the right to be protected from harm, injustice, and hatred. You have the right to an education that prepares you to run the world. You have the right to your opinions and feelings, even if others don't agree with them." The orange Nickelodeon spot did not feature the breathing sounds, but a brief segment of the other version of the tribute featuring the words "I can't breathe," set to the sound of someone inhaling and exhaling, also aired on Nickelodeon later that evening. And some people are criticizing the campaign on Twitter and Facebook for scaring their children and asking what the striking spot was doing on a kids' network. Reps for Nickelodeon declined to comment, other than to share the text from a Nickelodeon Declaration of Kids' Rights as an explanation. ViacomCBS was not immediately available for comment by press time. In fact, the media company's website went dark as part of Blackout Tuesday, a day being promoted by activists to observe, mourn, and bring about policy change following Floyd's death. The landing page read, "Our business is on pause today," and explained that the media company was encouraging employees to shift their focus from building our business to building community. But Viacom president of entertainment and youth brands Chris McCarthy had this to say about the campaign before it aired. "While I am not a person of color and can never fully understand this experience, I am offended by the systematic racism and want to stand together with our communities of color in the hurt and pain," he wrote in an internal memo reported by Deadline. "We must all do our part. Discrimination against one of us is discrimination against all of us." And Nickelodeon's official Facebook page responded to one critic by writing, "Unfortunately, some kids..." And Nickelodeon's official Facebook page responded to one critic by writing, "Unfortunately, some kids live in fear every day. It's our job to use our platform to make sure their voices are heard and their stories are told. This was a sentiment shared by many people who noted that a lot of black children have been scared for their own lives and those of their family members for over hundreds of years. Thank you for doing this, wrote a viewer under the name Rachel Gardner on the network's Facebook post promoting the tribute. This is the right platform. This is a scary time, and riots are everywhere. We need to discuss these things with our children, and they need to know about equality and their rights. A Twitter user wrote that shielding children from issues like this is how racism and other forms of discrimination are passed down. They're learning to bully others because their parents are too scared to educate them about the world they have to live in. Streaming service Quibi also announced that it would go dark for 8 minutes and 46 seconds on Tuesday to remember the death of George Floyd and those that came before him, such as the recent killings of Ahmaud Arbery, who was shot by 2 white men while jogging in Georgia, and Breonna Taylor, who was shot by Louisville police in her own home. That's the article. Now let's read some of the comments. Some read, on Nickelodeon, they have an I Can't Breathe commercial that shows how long is 9 minutes. During this 9 minutes, you hear nothing, just breathing. Another user wrote, it's beyond wrong. That was on a children's channel. That's pushing death onto young children. It can be scaring. Another Twitter user wrote, Nickelodeon ran a nearly 8-minute version of this video in the middle of a kids' show. There's an age-appropriate way to have a conversation on race, and this isn't it. Another comment reads, to the folks like the person in the below screenshot, angry that Nickelodeon aired a powerful 8-minute and 46-second statement because it was inappropriate for children, Tamir Rice was 12 years old when he was gunned down by the police while holding a toy gun. Someone else wrote, this is not the right platform for this at all. The average age of children that watch your channel are under the age of 12. And if anything, all you're doing is scaring children, and that is just wrong. Someone else wrote, Nickelodeon replied, unfortunately, some kids live in fear every day. It's our job to use our platform. They wrote about that one. Someone else wrote, Nickelodeon sent the message in the most mature way possible for a kids network, Solitude. Very heartfelt. Another person wrote, so now Nickelodeon is saying, she said, Nickelodeon played this for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Those of you saying this scared your children are wrong. There's far scarier things on TV, like the news. Your problem with this is the fact that your kids are now asking questions that you don't want to know or you don't know the answer to. I'll leave a link in the description there for you. Another viewer wrote, your white kid is scared of Black Lives Matter messages on his Nickelodeon show. Boo freaking who. Imagine the black kids who are scared for their safety. Black kids who are scared for their fathers and mothers, sisters and brothers stepping foot outside of their home. This article reads that one woman shared a clip of the ad on Twitter while her child is heard whimpering in the background. Her response said, okay, I'm peeved. Why is this exploitive just popping up on Nickelodeon while my kid is watching a show? My 8-year-old is scared to death. F you, media. F you. You are done, she wrote, adding the hashtags QArmy, QANON, QWWG1WGA. Leave a comment below. Share the video. Tag a parent or a good friend with children. Let us know. Did Nickelodeon scare your children? And if so, how did you handle that?